everybody here? We're good to start.
Ricky, whenever you sit, if you sit down, tuck your fucking towel between your legs. If your balls flop out, I'm charging you contempt.
Nobody look at my balls. And I am gonna do spread eagle.
Jesus
I'm gonna charge you contempt for every time I see it.
Do you see anything? Your Honor, this is the only comfortable position that I can sit in after what happened.
God damn it. You know, I'm going over. I have like it's too much of a direct.
That's fine. All right, all rise, please. Ricky, I guess you can sit if it's okay. It's fine. You are being charged with principal evading, principal grand theft auto. How do you plead?
Shut up. Not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, we'll begin with opening statements.
Alrighty.
Go first.
Yeah. I think I can lay this up pretty quick. Good afternoon, good evening rather. Thank you everybody for being here. Going to try to make this really quick for everyone. I was on patrol this afternoon with Sergeant Carter, who is currently off duty and gone for the evening. We had a call come over the radio stating that a person of interest in another case was out front of MRPD. That person of interest would be the defendant, Mr. Ricky South, aka Ricky Rizz, aka the RizzCoin 2.0 debacle 2.5, Florida debacle 3.0 on the rise again. Can't object to opening statements. That stated, from that, officers were on their way over to MRPD because there was some sort of altercation that had happened in a previous incident where when it came over the radio that there was an officer stabbing, it was alluded that Ricky may have been involved and a chase was ensued. Myself and Carter attached to the chase and we pursued and stayed with the vehicle for quite some time, and it ended up becoming turtled or overturned at the Blue Cage on North Bay City Avenue, relatively close to Bahama Mama. I got our vehicle in a position to block an exit, so in case he was able to flee, we would be able to apprehend. Both myself and Carter approached. I had my lethal in hand. Carter had his less than lethal. He warned Ricky to get out of the vehicle or be tased. He was the passenger as far as we could see, and he was indeed tased. Carter then attempted cuffs. He resisted cuffs. Ricky ran to a vehicle that come to a full stop at the scene itself, pulled a local young lady right out of the car, screamed in exuberance, oh my God, and got in and was able to flee. As we secured the other 9-5 in question.
That's good.
I could hear over radio that Ricky was circling and making his way back to us. He was then tased by me when he made an approach. He resisted cuffs again. And then another officer attempted to tase him, did so successfully. But he managed to keep resisting, fled on foot northbound for about 20 feet, circled back and was tackled by me and finally cuffed. Today, we are looking at simply those two charges based off of the series of events that starts where Carter tases him, not from anything prior to it. Well, he was a person of interest prior to that. Has come to the state's understanding that the case that we were looking at him for was incomplete at the time and was something that I wasn't ready to pursue, and I do not believe that we're pursuing anymore. However, this does not forgive Mr. Rizz at that time in an unlawful pursuit from continuing his actions. He had choices he made. He chose to take somebody out of their car.
We win this, chat. We win this.
Number two, rather. So number one, took her out of the car. Number two, he evaded. He was then apprehended and was asked, why the hell did you come back? He just kept fucking going. And in his credit, he did say he had to come help his homie, which, you know what, fair. So that is the points that we are looking at today.
Defense?
Your Honor, members of the gallery, thank you very much to come out here to hear this injustice and this abuse of power by the LSPD. I am shocked that charges like this would be brought against my client when he is the victim here, not the assailant. They will show you that the LSPD is abusing their power of authority over my client, who is just trying to change his life around, but alas, chaos always seems to follow. Not only this, we will show this court at least one officer was acting in bad faith during this time of terror. Thank you very much.
Mods, we need a predict.
All right. Prosecution, first witness.
The first thing the prosecution would like to motion for is motion to compel. We have been presented no witnesses that the defense wishes to present, and we will not be a party to being examination by surprise.
Of course, the only two witnesses that I will be calling forth is Mr. Tarts and Mr. Rizz.
Wait, 1 second.
Tarts, you okay with that?
Your Honor. Or I mean, obviously.
Do you still want a motion or no?
Oh, we're bringing in Barry.
I mean, he's given it up. Obviously, then he's compelled.
We're bringing in Barry for shooting.
Okay.
My apologies. We were also bringing on a Mr. Barry. I apologize. It was last minute addition. But as he was there during the time that this alleged crime happened. So who better else to give a testimony towards this crime or alleged crime? I'm sorry.
So this an objection to that because the crimes in questions are related to Mr. South and only Mr. South. So if the defense is looking to prosecute on other crimes on a different banner, that would be a civil suit that would have to be filed independently.
No, my client, the witness, Mr. Barry, is only here to testify on what exactly happened through his eyes.
I'm confused. Was Mr. Barry on scene?
Yes.
Or
he did witness the alleged crime happening.
Wait, boss,
can I get
how
a
long was
sidebar
this?
real quick there, Your Honor?
But guys, we didn't put the brakes up long enough. How long was it? Like a minute? Guys, we gotta do 5 minutes minimum for this one. 5 minutes minimum for this one. Because this court case could go on like an hour.
Yeah, I need to know. Yeah. I would also object. If it's the other guy, I'm down. If not, no. Yeah, go for it. Damn.
Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
Fuck it.
It's gonna take me a while though, because I'm losing muscle in my right ankle.
Just so you know that are you waiving your Fifth Amendment to speak?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Your
Your
Honor,
lawyer, I don't know if your lawyer wants you to speak.
Well, it's just
Your Honor,
about.
we can all hear you.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Are we allowing our third witness to take the stand?
Your lawyer was actually about to talk to you about that. We'd have to get a confirmation on who the person is. Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to your lawyer, then come back.
So they just need to know what's their full name and were they there.
Well, when he shows up, you'll see. He looks like a giant strawberry.
I know, but I need a name.
I don't know. I think his name is Barry. But that's how I know him by.
Okay, because they said if it's not
He's right behind me. He's right behind
Tommy
me.
Matthews.
He's right behind me.
He's right. That's him right there.
I'm right there. Now
Is his name Tommy Matthews?
Yes, I think so. He was the person that
Okay,
was
then.
in the passenger seat with me, who also got arrested because we were fleeing, because we were scared because they're being shot.
That's what they needed to know.
That's what it is.
Because they weren't just going to allow some random person named Barry.
No, right.
What's up, brother? It is that. And he was already convicted? For entertainment purposes, I'll allow it.
Yeah! Hold on, Chad. Hold on, baby.
Okay, with all that clarified, so it would be the potential
What's
three
up,
witnesses,
Seth?
just to confirm you intend to call Mr. Tommy Matthews, Captain Tarts, and then possibly your client as well, question mark, smile?
Yes, those will
He's
be
like-
the only three witnesses that we'd be
Where is
calling upon here
the
today.
additional witness? Is he the strawberry man?
He's the strawberry man.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please remove the strawberry mask. That's all right. As long as he's here. All right. All right, I guess we just proceed as normal. Prosecution on you.
As
Oh, you're still motion.
He might go to jail, chat.
For witnesses.
Guys, get your points in, bro. Do I win this court case, man?
State calls Mr. Matthews.
Come on up, Mr. Matthews.
The bar door's a little hard, a little heavy.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Does he fuck this up?
You sure you're saying it with your chest?
Yep.
Mr. Matthews, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury?
Yes, I do.
Sweet. Oh my god, bro.
You can stand or sit. It is up to you.
Okay. That is so funny, Jeff.
I was supposed to say if you sit, it has to be a unique one, but never mind.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Mr. Matthews, could you do us a gigantic favor? State your name and your state ID for the official record.
Sure thing. My name is Tommy Matthews, and my state ID is 2928.
Excellent. Mr. Matthews, I hope you're doing well today.
I am.
I'm glad to hear that. Okay, Mr. Matthews, thank you for coming down here. The first thing I want to ask you is, were you in an active pursuit this afternoon?
Yes.
Would this have been roughly an hour-ish ago?
I'm not good with time, but I think so, maybe.
Were you apprehended off of said pursuit?
Yes.
Were you the driver or the passenger?
I was the passenger.
Who was the driver?
The driver?
Oh god, just say it.
I don't know. He was wearing. It was originally.
Oh my god.
Somebody else, but
Bro.
then it got to a point where we needed a good driver, so it had to be Ricky. But at one point, it wasn't somebody else.
Oh my
but
god,
it was
bro.
me.
He's
I was the
cooking
guy
me.
that was driving originally.
It's okay.
You were originally driving.
Yes.
Did you overturn the car?
Yeah, I'm not a good driver.
Was this at the Blue Cage, North Bay City Avenue?
Yes.
And at that point, Ricky was the passenger.
Yes.
Excellent. Did you see Ricky get tased by law enforcement officers?
Yes. And I can admit,
Nope,
I was a
just
victim
that.
to it. Oh,
Just
yeah,
that.
I did.
Yep. Okay. Did you then see Ricky pull a local female out of her vehicle?
Objection, scope.
No,
That's a
overruled.
Please allow your lawyer to speak.
So not a bad mouthwash, but good try. Again, did you see Ricky pull a local female out of her car?
At the time, no, because I wasn't looking in that direction.
You were not looking in that direction. Fair enough. You were preoccupied. That is true.
Yeah.
During your detention at that moment, how many officers can you recall were with?
We haven't legally counseled this guy yet.
It was 2.
We should call an objection right now.
Okay. Was I one of them?
We haven't been able to have any conversation with our
No,
witness.
not that I know of. It was not you.
For the court record, I was one of them.
I did not notice you.
This guy's gonna put himself in jail, Control-Matic. He's gonna put himself in jail.
Which would explain the overturning of the vehicle. I understand.
Exactly.
He's just gonna talk
Yeah.
as
It's not
to
that
why.
you're a bad driver. It's the mask. You got to blame the right. Sorry, getting on a tangent. Mr. Matthews, did you see a black vehicle approach when you were secured in the cruiser?
I'll be honest, I was looking forward. So no, I did not.
Okay.
What is he getting at here? What is he getting at? What is it? We gotta object to this shit. What is this shit?
Basically, you were detained.
He's not even.
That's fine. Trust me.
Yes.
This don't mean anything, all right?
Were you subsequently charged?
Like, what do you mean charged?
Charged for the crimes that were in association to your
Wrongfully.
Counsel,
Let me
please
take care of
control your
this.
client.
Good luck.
Sorry. I had to put that last one out.
I'll restate again.
I get it.
Were you subsequently charged for the crimes that were associated to this pursuit?
Wrongfully? Yes.
Not wrongfully, just yes. Yes or no?
Yes.
I will not posit wrongfully or not. Did you have a lawyer?
I did.
Objection, Your Honor. Scope.
I set the scope.
I know what you're trying to say, counsel. However, he is within it. Towards continue. Reword it a little bit, though.
Actually, I'll retract that question. Just simply ask one very simple question. Did you plead guilty?
Okay. Yes.
Excellent. No further question.
Defense cross.
He better nail this, chat. He better
Mr.
nail
Thomas, was there anybody else in the vehicle with you?
Objection asked and
yes.
answered.
I will
Let me
allow it.
rephrase. Was there anybody in the vehicle aside from Mr. Rizz and aside from
Yes.
yourself? Who was this person?
I started at
He
1
was
hour.
A Zoomer driver, so not a Zoomer driver. But he was
started at 1 hour,
passenger.
B-King.
Ricky was doing Zoomer. He picked him up for to drop him off somewhere. So I don't know his name.
That's perfectly fine. Did he have any weapons on him at the time?
Objection outside of the
Time?
scope. At no point in time did we talk about the third person, other than the fact that he said in his own testimony there was only him and Ricky at the time that I interacted with the two, with all of them.
This is all foundation, Your Honor. Point will come soon.
Bro, that's because he
I'll
asked at
allow
the
it, but
end.
tread lightly.
And let me ask you this.
Should I have
Who
started
was
at
the
like
one
3
who
hours, the
stabbed an
sabotage?
officer?
Objection. Again, it's a point of relevancy. We're not pursuing charges on the stabbing of an officer in association with this crime. To restate from my opening, the crimes are only from the point that Carter tased Ricky forward. Anything prior to that has no bearing on this case.
What, that's Your Honor. Can I have a moment with my attorney? Because that's absolutely false. You cannot shoot somebody and expect
Mr.
them not to
Rizz,
run.
I will hold you in contempt of court if you have another outlash. However, I will give you 2 minutes with your lawyer, just because everything's been fucky. 2 minutes starts now, counsel.
We need to. First of all, no, those aren't the charges. Listen, you can't just charge somebody for the back half end of a crime. They can't force me to run, and now they're charging me for evading during the tase. It doesn't work like that. If they're gonna charge me, they have to charge me from the very get-go, which of the reason why we ran, because we were being shot. That's what the judge needs to know that's happening right now. Because apparently we're here for the wrong charges then. Because they're only charging us for the tase, which honestly as well, they did not make that known leading into this. At no point in time did I know that we were being charged for the back end of the chase at the very end when they tased me and I got back into a car and ran. They're trying to find a loophole right now. We gotta plug it.
And that was going to be what I was going to ask.
Next. Okay.
Is what was what, like, what part of this is he being charged with? And did he make that clear at any point in time?
They did not make that clear. They did not
All
make that
he
clear.
mentioned was that the previous investigation he's not being charged.
Exactly. That's all he said was the previous investigation with the hot gun of the shooting that they were bringing me in for to begin with. I just want to make sure that the judge and everybody here knows that the whole reason we're here is because we were being shot at. We fled because the cops are shooting us after a routine traffic stop. The random guy got out of our car, stabbed a cop, got back in the car, held a gun at us at gunpoint. That's why we ran. That's why we had to drive off to begin with. And also because we were being shot and we were scared.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Okay, I'll let you do your thing. I just want to make sure because it seemed like it was getting gray area there. Not because of you, but because of them.
So, Mr. Matthews,
No more outbursts, chat. I'm gonna get held in
prior
contempt of court.
to
Give me 2 seconds. By the
Yeah,
way,
B-King, should I have...
Ricky,
Chat,
any more outbursts, I will hold you in contempt of court. However, I am setting contempt of court that you must clean the Burger Shot toilets for half an hour per charge. That is a ruling of this court going forward. All right,
damn
continue.
it. Sorry, Your Honor. Sorry, Your Honor. I just my mental state's all messed up. Sorry, Your Honor.
Counsel.
Mr. Matthews, prior to the
Should I have set it at like
chase
3
that
hours?
inspired,
One moment. There's still
haven't
an
done one in a
unruled
long time,
objection on the
BK.
floor.
Repeat it for
the-
me, please. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the objection
I'm at the
that
courthouse.
the
Come to the
charges
courthouse.
that were being levied had nothing to do with what
I'm at the
happened
courthouse.
prior, but only from the point that Carter and I arrived at Blue Cage.
Counsel, is this still foundation? Because he is correct that you should not technically be doing that, but I will give you a little leeway if it's building foundation.
Yes, Your Honor, it is building foundation.
All right, 3 more foundational questions, please, regarding charges.
So the timers are
What
risen
happened
on.
prior to the ensuing chase?
Like, what do you mean?
Did they? Let me word this properly here. Did you guys have any contact with the police prior to the initial chase?
Like before the chase, we
Come
did
on.
get pulled over.
Okay, then Barry, what? They started shooting
got
us.
pulled over.
That's like that was the only source of the talk we had with the officers was when we got pulled over.
Oh my God, Barry. And what,
And what happened during this
Yes.
traffic stop?
Well, during this traffic stop, we got pulled over. Or I don't know what the reasoning was of the traffic stop, but we did get pulled over. And so we were questioning, like me, Ricky, we're talking, saying, I don't know why we got pulled over. We didn't do anything wrong. I don't know what we did to get pulled over. So we got pulled over, and the officer came up and just said, sorry, being normal. But then the certain officer that was that pulled us over was antagonizing our passenger, who was our passenger for Zuma.
We didn't know. Yes, you got it. Yes, exactly.
And then
yes.
what happened next?
Yes, that works. This works.
Well, after that, the officer kept on antagonizing the officer, and so passenger got out, and all we seen was the officer fall to the floor. Me and Ricky were like, we were saying to us, holy crap.
And he put a gun in the back of our head, and he said, drive.
Just, like,
Come on, Barry.
The cops. So we didn't know what to do. The passenger got in, and then after that, I don't know what I heard, but it may have been like something, like we heard like a clack. We don't know if it was a knife falling to the floor.
What's up, Pops?
It could have been something else that he could have done, and he just screamed towards me and Ricky, drive, or I'm gonna do something to you.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
Ricky didn't want to die, and
The cops started shooting us.
Ricky drove, and so I was scared. So I told Ricky, listen to the guy. I don't want to die. Listen to him. I don't know what it was. I was scared to look back. We started going. We see shots popping off. Shots are going all over the place.
Okay, I'm going to object at this point in time. We have nothing pending. He is just prattling on without questions or prompts from the attorney.
I will have to agree. Please wrap it up, witness.
But that's really it. It's traumatizing.
Perfect. Last question, counsel.
None. That'll be all, Your Honor.
Perfect. Anything for tarts for this guy, or is he good?
Yep, absolutely.
You need to go back up.
Okay.
If he goes back up there, you
Mr.
need to
Matthews,
ask,
you stated
did the
that
cops
there was a
shoot
third
you
person in
when
the
you were
vehicle.
leaving the traffic stop?
Where did the third person in the vehicle get out?
Did the cops shoot you after he got
So
stabbed?
When Ricky jumped
And
out,
did Ricky, was Ricky posing a
other
threat,
passenger
stuff like
jumped
that? Like,
out.
was I posing a threat to the
thought I
cops?
was
No.
trying to get into
No?
the driver's seat. But I don't know where the other passenger went. All I know is he
Where-
jumped out.
Where, though? Where?
The passenger jumped out. You know where the intersection where the hospital, the Arcadius building, and then the road near the red garage. He went towards near the red garage.
No, he should have said that.
place.
He
That's
should have
all I
said
seen
that.
him run to.
Said that.
And what were they wearing?
Yeah, BK, the
at
not
the
lit,
time,
bro.
All I remember seeing him wearing, he was wearing
We spent a lot of time on it last night.
brownish gray hoodie.
Shout out Asher, man.
Excellent. Your Honor, move to strike this this witness. All of the testimony that they provided, as they just stated, this person had already fled prior to the Blue Cage incident and has no bearing, absolutely none, on what would have happened afterwards. They made decisions to flee
That's not
even
true.
still after that when
That's
they were
not
under
true.
no threat. Even
Because the
after
cops
they
are
got
shooting
to the
us.
Blue Cage,
Because the
they made
why do we
decisions on
continue to
stuff.
flee? Because the cops are shooting us.
Testimony has no bearing to this case.
Counsel, your
Your Honor. Yes. If my defendant was still, like, why was my defendant still running? If that's the case. If this has no bearing, I do believe that the entirety of this witness testimony does have a bearing due to it gives a reasoning to my defendant's state of mind and to the reasoning behind the chase.
The threat has been removed if the person had left. I can't see why the Mr. Rizz would bound a defense saying that he ran just a run.
Not after being shot at.
Give me 2 seconds. You may step down. Let me consult with Ava.
Bro, I don't think this attorney's at chat. The
Witness,
attorney,
you can step down.
am I tripping, or the attorney did not make that clear?
Thank you, witness. Give me
He
2
should have
seconds.
asked the home-hitting questions of what happened at that traffic stop. He's doing a good job, though. I like what he's doing. I'm just saying, he needs to speak more. He should have said, "What did my client do at that what happened at the traffic stop?" Oh, well, you know, he got stabbed. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, what happened after the cop got stabbed? They started shooting 2 innocent civilians. I mean, there's so many ways to go about asking these things to make sure that we get out the fact that this testimony is definitely should not be striped from the court.
Not gonna strike him, but I will take everything with a grain of salt.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Where were we? Next witness.
The state has no witnesses to call. We have no interest in calling the defendant as it stands.
You sure? That'd be really funny.
I might go into perjury chat.
All right, fine. Ricky.
Let me see if I can walk. Hold
It
on.
calls Ricky South.
Let me just make sure that I can walk.
Come on down. You're the next contestant on the witnesses on the stand.
Your Honor, would
my
you
God.
could you see if you can find me a wheelchair so I can get up there? I don't know if I can make it there.
Bailiff, would you please
No,
manhandle
not the
him
cops.
up to
Anybody
the
but the cops, please. Anybody
Yeah,
but the
man,
cops.
yeah,
Anybody but the
let me
cops.
let me put my
No,
hands
no.
on you.
Can I have my
Come
attorney?
here.
Can I have my attorney?
Wait. Okay, hold bailiff.
She
Riley,
scares
your
me.
tag, you're at. Riley, would you please manhandle him to the stand?
Thank you. Sorry, my legs kind of busted up. Are you a cop?
Don't actually manhandle him.
I'm a
I
lawyer.
was kidding.
Are you gonna grab me or?
There we go.
Thank you.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
Oh,
There we
that's
go.
gorgeous. That's so
Wow.
darling. I love it.
Thank you. Oh, wait, I have
Sit
to.
down
I have
carefully
to.
in the
I
chair
have to be
here.
sworn in. I have to be sworn in. You can let me go now. I can.
Oh, whoops. I'm sorry,
I
but
can
you need
wobble.
that shit. Sorry.
So beautiful.
Ricky, we pledge.
Hold on.
It was something, man.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh my God, my leg. Oh, I'm
my
sorry,
God.
my leg
Oh
gave
my
out.
God.
Oh
You
my
want to do it
God.
down here? You want to
No,
do it down here?
no.
We can sit down here. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That man's got kinkles of iron.
Ricky?
Let me tell you.
Yes, ma'am.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury.
I do, Miss Knumchucks.
Thank you. You may have a seat.
All right.
Your Honor, thank you for having me here today.
Oh, the honor's all mine, sir.
Okay, for the point of order, Your Honor, I'm going to be
fuck.
staring this way, so I'm not looking at Ricky's testicles directly.
Your Honor,
I will allow it.
I'd like to make a motion where retards has to stare at my testicles directly.
Ava, you're the
Mr. Tarts
tiebreaker.
has the balls to bring him up to court.
I won't put Tots through that. I didn't want to put myself
I'll
through.
tell you what. We'll meet in the
about
middle. You have
indirect?
to half look.
Half look, got
They
it.
have one eyeball facing.
One eyeball facing him. Excellent.
There you go.
Excellent. All right. Okay, Jesus Christ. Anyway, fucking get manscaping or manscape for God's
Why,
sake.
it's your fault for using your good eye.
Your Honor, he's making fun of my testicles.
No, just the hair. Okay. Mr. South, could you go ahead and state your name and state ID for the record, please?
Yes, my name is Ricky South. My state ID is 1039.
And do you go by any known aliases?
I also go by the name of Ricky Rizz,
Excellent.
which was street given, not personally given.
Okay. Were you also involved in a pursuit today?
An unlawful one, yes.
But you were involved in a pursuit.
Yeah.
Were you in a vehicle that overturned at the Blue Cage?
That's correct.
To which did you see Sergeant Lincoln Carter approach you and warn you to get out of the vehicle or be tased?
I was not warned. I was only tased.
You did not hear Lincoln screaming at you?
I think I maybe heard one initial, get out of the car. I'm gonna tase in 3, 2, 1. That was the initial
Yes.
one. Correct.
For the record, that would be Sergeant Lincoln Carter. Exactly that.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like him to me.
It really is. Okay, fair enough. And
Wait,
you were subsequently
good?
tased, correct?
Asked
Yes.
and answered, Your Honor.
Over a dozen times, correct.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. And just continue. But
Did you resist Carter's initial cuffs?
Which at that timer's getting crazy low, bro. I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Did you resist Carter's initial cuffing? Cuffs.
Yes, I did.
The records show that Ricky Rizz is indeed not washed, at least once.
Thank you.
court record shows that Ricky Rizz is not washed.
At least once.
At least once.
Yes. Did you then run into the road toward a black vehicle?
Yes, I did. In fear for my life, I did.
Did you then pull a female local out of said car, very exuberantly declaring, "Oh my God, oh my God"?
Your Honor, he's making me sound like a cotton-headed ninny mug, and I'd like to strike that.
That's crazy. Please rephrase it.
Did you then pull a local female in the car with an exuberant declaration?
Yes, I did, because I was scared.
Okay. Did you get in that vehicle and drive off?
I did, but then I realized that because I was tased 17 times in my ankle, that I actually couldn't put my foot on the gas.
Let the record show that at this point in time, he had only been tased once by Sergeant Lincoln Carter. Okay. Did you get into a secondary pursuit as the driver of this vehicle?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Did you get into a secondary pursuit as the driver of this vehicle?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was scared.
Okay. Why would you not stop, Ricky?
Well, because about 15 minutes prior to that, you guys were openly shooting me. So I'm sorry that I was a little scared.
Okay. Bearing in mind that that alleged incident has no bearing on this one, as we're not pursuing any charges that were coming from it, and this is not a civil matter where you would be going against the LSPD. It's the LSPD versus you. That stated, do you know Sergeant Lincoln Carter well?
I do, but that I have an objection to that last statement.
You unfortunately cannot object. Your lawyer can object for you.
Dude, does who the fuck's this attorney?
Counselor, are you good?
Yes, Your Honor, we're good.
All right.
Fair enough.
I would like to. Can I get some clarity here, Your Honor?
You may.
Mr. Tarts, as well as the other officers on that scene, seem to be lacking the understanding which started the chase altogether. You can't have. Listen, if I'm gonna be accused for being, quote unquote, fleeing from the cops at the end of a chase, then that means that we subsequently have to be charging that means we have to embody the beginning of the chase, which is where it all started. You can't just charge me for one and not the other. Because
Indeed.
I can't. Why else would I be running?
Why else would you be running?
Because I was being shot at.
Allegedly.
No. In fact, I have witnesses in here that could testify to that.
And indeed, but that is not the matter of this issue. In fact, one of your own witnesses stated you were originally the driver that fled from a 38 as well. In fact,
that was the same chase.
Stated that the third party got out of the vehicle, did a crime, and then perhaps from that crime, this is what had shots fired. Hence why you were being pursued in the original chase. However, I was looking only at what I saw, what I was involved with.
I might have to fire him, chat.
Unfortunately,
I might
as
have
you
to fire
can see around me, I'm the only one here.
Your Honor, can I have a word with you and in private?
You and your lawyer may approach the bench.
I might have to fire him.
Oh, okay. On a second. Counsel, both you guys just step back for a second.
Oh.
Hi, what's up? Yeah, just give me 2 seconds. I will allow you.
Your Honor, this attorney is
talk
not.
to Ava. Talk to Ava.
Okay.
Talk to Ava. Talk to Ava.
Let me just see if I can make it over here.
Yeah.
Ma'am, this attorney is not representing my legal needs, and I hear he is not. For whatever reason, he doesn't even know. I don't think he even knows why we're here. There's been zero objections on account of what I want, which I've said and I've made very notice.
Was he helpful
Little
in the cells
entertainment for
initially?
everybody.
He was helpful in the cells initially.
Okay. No.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, play that shit.
That was good. That was good. That was good. My legal counsel is not doing his job. I might have to fire him, and I need to hire Ramee McGavins. And then, which means I'm gonna need also another
By the way,
recess of some kind.
We don't know if he's going to jail or not.
Because
I thought it'd be funny. It has no bearing on this case.
Apparently, first of all,
Okay.
apparently we're not even here for the charges that I thought we were here for. I'm here for the fact that what I was essentially stating, which was we were on.
Well,
I'm not gonna tell
we
you.
did go over your charges when we
May I
first
ask
came
you to
in,
play
and
that,
you did agree to
The
those.
attorney
to
did
save
not
that,
make those
recording
I'm sorry, the cops did not tell me
testimony
that that's what it was when I was leaving the
I
jail.
can email it to you. Not a problem.
I was not taking that to bench trial.
I might just need to play it. For,
Also,
for,
Okay.
that
for
also
me on
though
the
is
record.
included though
later.
in the initial chase, which
Understood.
is what started all this.
Thank you.
Because the crimes weren't committed. The crimes he's telling me is evading and recklessly evading or whatever from the police.
Okay, so let's start with this. Are you going to be firing your counsel?
I don't hear any objections from him, and I don't know if I want to know first if I can find another legal counsel of some kind before I fire him. Because once I tell him this, he might jump ship.
So you're
Well,
on
you're
your
kicking him
right
out. That
to,
is him jumping ship.
Yeah, you can get rid of him, and you can have another one come.
Can I represent myself?
You can.
You can, yeah, if you feel like you are able to.
Can I get the judge here to reach out to Ramee McGavin just to see what his current availability is?
Sure.
Okay. When it comes to charges, we're gonna have to have both parties step to the bench, and we can talk about that. Okay.
Okay.
Ricky Rizz's lawyer is apparently going to get fired by Ricky Rizz. He's currently in a bench trial.
Okay. Do you want to let
Yo,
him know
B King,
that you're
thank you
firing
for the
him
5,
beforehand?
gifted, bro.
Or
Chat,
fired right
W's in the
now?
chat for
Or
B King, keeping the
are you
Rizzathon
gonna wait?
alive. Say that again.
allowing it.
B King, I'll give you the.
Are you gonna go ahead and let him know that you're firing him,
Yes, I
or
am.
do you want to wait till
Yes, I
another
am.
voice? Yeah.
Let me wait. Let me
Okay,
wait for
go
another
ahead.
lawyer. Let me wait for other legal representation to be in the area, so I know.
Okay.
But it's
Dude, B King, thank you for the 5 gifted, bro. B King, and I will give you, by the way, the 10 minutes of no seatbelt
not. If you don't, another counsel.
on the next police chase.
I'll let him know.
I'll give you 10 minutes no seatbelt on the next police chase.
That's all.
Since we're in court.
No. Thank you, Mr. Robin.
WB King's in the chat, man.
I'm busy, bro. Ask someone else.
I'm gonna fucking beat his ass. Are you serious? Okay, can we call Suarez?
He does say he was sorry though.
Okay, that's fine. What about Suarez?
Let me see if I swear.
I don't see him in the other
Alright, well,
pages.
am I making this court announcement that I am dismissing your guy? Yes or no?
I just don't. Do you hear the dog in this guy? I got no dog in this guy. I need
The
a
fact
dog.
that I'm even talking to you during a court case is
Yeah.
completely out of the ordinary to begin with, but because this is a bench trial and nothing serious, I'm willing to do it. Otherwise, I just want you to realize how fucked you would be.
If what? If I was talking to you guys?
If yeah, and just like how fucked you would be in general. Like we're willing to help you out 'cause it's the bench trial and shit like that, and it's not that big of a case. But usually you'd be 6 feet
Morrow
under.
is a part of Ramee's law firm. If you want him,
What about Adrian Kane? Is he awake?
no.
All right, let me speak to my attorney real quick, if you don't mind. I just need I
Okay.
need a couple minutes.
This trial has been very out of the ordinary. He's going to speak to his counsel for 2 minutes under the grounds of potential representation change / self-representation.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh god, this guy's a.
That's a bomb to drop
Bro,
before they go in there.
What? Where's the dog? Where's the dog?
What do you mean? Where's the dog?
Where's the dog in you? Where's the fight?
There's not much I can. There's
Yes,
not
there
much I
is.
can fucking object to.
You can object to the fact that they are trying to charge me with something that doesn't even. First of all, this is the end of the whole reason we're being charged is because of the start of the chase. They can't just come into us and change the scope and just draw a circle around it at the very end, because you can't be fleeing. The only reason I'm fleeing is because they were shooting us.
Which
You know
is
what I mean?
what I'm trying to do.
No, but I
Their
want you to
job is
cut everybody
focus
off. Don't let anybody speak. You know what I mean? Just don't let anybody speak. You just overpower them.
That's not how that works, Ricky.
Yes, it is. I
Trust
need
me,
you.
if I could, I'd be like, nuh-uh the entire fucking time and only hear my point. But that's not
Overruled
that's
them,
not fair justice.
We have
right?
to. We have
They
to
need be able
overwhelm
They
them.
need to be able to present.
I would do
They
that.
need to be able to present their facts. All right.
I know, but
They're presenting their facts. Our job is to dispute those facts by with which the reasoning for the chase. All right.
right. I know, because we cannot
Because
be
they're
charged with
asking
the
what
aftermath
happened.
of a chase when we're not going to count the beginning. That just it's you can't do that.
Which is what I'm doing. Their job is to focus on what happened. My job is to focus on why it happened.
I know, but I want to
Alright.
make sure that you really, really go after him. I mean, don't let this object to fucking everything. I don't care what it is. Object to it and say scope. Object to it and say you're a bitch, Tarts. Object and say just anything. Just call them. Don't let these guys get words. We have to overpower them with no way that you guys are charging us for this, because it's just impossible.
Just let him go.
No.
It's some bullshit. Just let him go, man.
But who? Blade.
Oh shit! I thought this is your
Who the fuck are
lawyer.
you?
This is my lawyer. This is my lawyer.
I'm your paralegal.
Excuse me.
Okay, Blade.
Whoa.
Okay, Blade.
Out
okay,
you go.
okay.
Out you go.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Go.
Okay, Blade. We'll see you
All right,
soon.
do this way.
No, but it's not really objecting. It's just there's got to be some
See,
fight.
what they're questioning is stuff that I really can't object to because it's facts of the case, the facts that they have made and put in. All right.
I know, but you didn't go up to. You should have gone up to Barry and been like, when you were in this traffic stop, why did you guys run to begin with? And he would have been like, well, hopefully he would have said, because they were fucking shooting us. The guy got, he did right with the guy got in the back of the car, but there was no cross-examination. When this guy got in the back of the car, did he force you to drive away from the police in fear of your life? And were the cops shooting you? Because you know the answer to that already. Did the cops start shooting you in this traffic stop? And he would have said yes or no.
Which he already testified saying that the cops started shooting after they stabbed him.
He said
He
that?
already testified to that. Yes. He testified. He said that
But
at
then
the end. You
but
said
then-
the cop. He got out, stabbed the cop, and then got into the car, and he heard a clack. And next thing you knew, there were shots firing.
But then he also said, though, you can't let the cops recuse this witness from the case. They can't strike
He
it.
didn't.
I know, but they tried.
They didn't.
They tried. And
I know, and I stopped them from doing it.
Did you?
So we're all good. That statement is still on the record. That he did testify to the fact that they shot at you guys.
Perez
It's on
outburst.
the record.
All right, because his testimony, just because he pled guilty, does not mean that his testimony should not be counted.
And
I mean,
it is.
we were just-
it literally is, Ricky.
But
We
do-
made that happen.
Does the judge know
It's
this?
on the record.
Promise?
Yes. The judge said he's not going to strike the witness, but he's going to take it with a grain of salt.
That's not good. That's the shit that Kane
It's
says.
better than it being stricken.
That's the shit that Kane says. I hate when he says that shit.
I don't
Everything
know. the
Everything Kane says, take it with a grain of salt. It's never, yeah, Ricky, you're right. Fuck him. It's always, oh, I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt, Mr. South.
Who's Kane?
The mayor, Kane Anderson.
Oh, him. Oh, I've never met the guy.
He's
So I have no idea. what he's
he angers me every day I see him because he doesn't let me push Rizz coin. Anyways, okay.
like. Isn't that the thing that like bankrupted everybody?
Yeah, but this is Rizz coin 2.5. It's gonna be good. Okay, now
Get that. By the way,
I
I'm
need
using
you to
Rizz
overpower
coins.
Tarts
I'm
and say
using
that.
Rizz coin.
Okay, good. I need you to overpower Tarts to say objection. You're lying. Objection. No substantial evidence. Objection. Yada yada yada. Because guess what? The chase that he's talking about was just the beginning of this same chase. He's acting like he's proven shit here. Tarts thinks he's moving. Let me tell you something. Here's what I got a problem with. Tarts thinks he's fucking moving right now, and that just is
'Cause
not.
all they're
We
focusing
cannot
on,
let them think
all
that.
they're focusing on is the
You
charge.
guys have 2 minutes.
All right.
Thank you. All they're focusing on is the charge, right? What you're being charged with, right? They're focusing on the principal grand theft auto and the principal evading, right? That's what they're focusing on.
Okay. I want to hear you.
That's
big,
his whole thing.
I just want you to big ball him. Put your fucking big nutsack and drop it on his forehead, smear it in, and then do a little teabag over his nose. You know what I mean? That's what I want you to do. I want you to just say objection. This cop. That's not even the scope of what we're looking at. The very beginning is what we should be looking at, not the end. My client was shot in his shoulder, in his left wrist. and nearly died.
Which is what I'm going to be
Okay,
asking
cross-examine
you
me.
on cross.
Cross-examine me. It's ready. I'm ready.
Yes, that's my plan.
I'm about to-
never planned on not doing it.
Decision.
We will continue to move forward in this case, Your Honor. Thank you for your time.
God damn it. Okay. All right. Tarts, speedrun, begin. You're already sworn in.
You're already sworn
back
in.
to where you
You
were.
can sit down.
Okay.
I gotta readjust to only half look. Okay.
No, you're fully looking now.
Oh, I didn't make the choice.
I don't give a fuck. Someone's getting punished. It's not me.
Son
My
of a-
judgment intensifies hard.
Don't look at it in the
Mr.
eyes.
Tarts does not full look. Give him contempt.
I will allow it.
I'm
Full
looking.
look.
I'm looking.
Agreed.
I'm looking.
I didn't see the eye
God
contact.
damn.
King, thank you for the 5 gifted, bro.
Manscaped.com.
Guys, we are on a
Thank you for
subathon right now, man.
Jesus.
Well, it's Rizzathon.
I don't even remember what my
Hashtag
last
hearts.
question was. Right, that you evaded in that vehicle. And did you return in that black vehicle to the scene of the crime?
Your Honor, scope.
Well, within the scope. I set it up when he said he evaded in the first place.
I will allow this one. Stay on track, though, please.
I am.
Yes.
Excellent. At which point in time you were then, and I'll surmise, and if defense wishes for me to ask every single point as a question, that's fine. I will. However, you were then subsequently tased by me, resisted cuffs, tased by another officer, resisted cuffs, tackled by me, and then cuffed. Is that correct?
You missed about 10 tasers in the middle of all that, but yes, that is correct. I may never walk
and
again,
the-
Tarts. I may never walk again. Just FYI. I hope you feel really bad. I have 3 kids. I'm a loving father.
I feel terrible. You know what? Honestly, your cankles, they could suffer less. You're right. But it was exactly as stated. The 2 additional and then tackle.
Objection, Your Honor. He just
You can't object.
My client did say 10 more tasers, and he is now saying 2 only.
Correct. Your Honor, point of fact is that there were the initial one from Carter, fled, and he returned, tased by me, tased by another officer, tackled by me. In that order.
He got fucked on.
Not as fucked on as he says, but fucked on, yeah.
Okay, continue.
Were you taken to the hospital for medical treatment?
yes, I was. But what the doctors tried to do to me there could not fix the problems that you guys have created for me.
Were you walking of your own free volition when you left the hospital bed?
Barely.
You were walking of your own free volition, yes or no?
Yes, because of dopamine and adrenaline.
When we came into the courthouse today, I offered to carry you up the stairs, did I not? Taking exceptional care for you, wasn't I?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Your Honor, scope on this?
I believe it's foundational now that he has stated that he was only working on dopamine and adrenaline in the hospital. The courthouse was another 20 minutes afterwards.
I will allow it. You're treading lightly, though.
What the fuck, bro? What the
You walked
fuck?
up the stairs all your own. Yes?
Yes, barely.
Excellent. No further question.
Crow for cross.
Your Honor, the state requests that the defense now has to directly stare into Ricky's testes.
Absolutely, please. I will allow it. What's fair is fair, counsel.
Oh, jeez.
Through your eyes only.
He's really getting in there.
He really
he's
took that.
Very interested.
Objection, Your Honor.
this.
I would like my legal representation to actually Spider-Man right into my testicles while he questions me.
Overruled? No.
Okay.
We can't. The court cannot afford therapy for everybody here.
Okay.
Or the
Yo,
Earth tickets,
Tato!
Jesus.
Thank you for the 5 gifted W's in the chat. I'll
Counsel,
give you
may begin.
20 minutes of no seatbelt, Tato. You and B King.
Mr. Rizz, first off, how are you doing today?
You know, not well. I don't know if I'll ever be able to walk again. My poor mother, I am her caretaker. I don't even know how I'm gonna get there anymore.
As truly harrowing. You testified that you were shot at today, correct?
That's correct.
Can you tell the court why?
Well, I was outside of MRPD and I was being pulled over for what I thought was a routine traffic stop, even though I didn't even violate any laws to begin with. And when I pulled over, the cop got out, walked up to the window, and started antagonizing us, threatening us.
Do you know which cop was that?
It was... I'm not sure. I slammed him in VR the other day, and I think he wanted to get a get back. He had a personal vendetta against me.
Objection out of scope. No point in time did we discuss any of this incident with the defendant.
Rebuttal?
We discussed, this was already on record that there was a traffic stop. I am just trying to get my client's side of that story.
This is fully
allow me to clarify. I meant the dunking on somebody in VR. I'm pretty sure that Mr. Rizz couldn't dunk on anybody in VR after being a dino for the last month.
Objection.
Well, considering that wasn't my question, I fail to see how that is can be objected to when that's his statement.
Yeah, exactly.
What is your objection, Ricky?
Dinosaurs are cool, and this did actually happen, which this is why the cop was antagonizing us and threatening us, because he wanted to get a one-up on me.
Counsel, who do you think would be more washed after being dinos, Vinny Pistone or Ricky Rizz?
Considering I've only met Mr. Rizz today and I don't know who Mr. Pistone is, I would not be able to give a good answer to that.
Mr. Pistone, for sure. He's older than me,
the
weaker.
State would believe, one, he is older, that's true, but Mr. Pistone would probably be the kind of person to try to play a human in that kind of environment.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would. I agree with that. In fact, I'd like to make a motion to bring down Vinny Pistone here to the courthouse.
No.
Okay.
It'd be very funny, but no. Continue, counsel. By the way, overruled. You're good. Continue.
Right. So please continue on what was happening.
Well, as I was sitting here in this traffic stop and the cop wanted to get a one-up on me and antagonizing all three of us, the guy in the back proceeded, who I have never met in my life before.
I'm gonna call Vinny and see if he's around.
He proceeded to get out of the car, and the cop said, "No balls, you won't fucking do it because you're dog shit." And he got back in the car. Your Honor, I'm in the middle of a testimony, please.
Well, trust me, I'm listening very intently.
He then got back into the car, only to get back out when the cop said no balls, and then this guy did, in fact, stab him. And then,
oh, geez,
when the cop did go down, the other units responded, which were right there, because this was right up front of MRPD, and they started opening fire on me! And
Oh my god.
I got scared in the car! He got back in the car and he said drive!
Ricky, please get a hold of yourself.
Sorry. I'm just reliving the moment. I'm just reliving the moment.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. Were you struck at all?
I was shot in my back right shoulder blade, as well as my left armpit and my left wrist.
Oh, geez, that sounds brutal.
It was.
I could not imagine what you had to go through.
It was really bad. I actually almost bled out.
So the man who stabbed the officer got back in and told you to, quote, drive. Is that correct?
That's correct. With lethal force.
What happened next?
Well, I drove, and at some point in time, I think he flew out of the car, but I didn't even notice. You know, I was focused on my life. I wanted to get home to my wife and kids, my children. You know, and he was obviously in the back seat. I couldn't really see behind me. And at some point in time, he flew out, and then, you know, we ran into a wall. The car turtled. We got out. I was tased approximately 327 times, approximately. And one of them was to my ankle. And now I think the doctor told me I have to come in and he might have to amputate my leg.
That's just awful.
My God.
In my opinion. I am so sorry that happened to you, Mr. Rizz.
Thank you.
Mr. Rizz, do you know why you're here today?
I'm here today because I'm suing the LSPD for $100,000 for the injuries that I've sustained. They're gonna be like, what?
Okay.
Everyone's like, what?
That's a different court case.
No, yeah, permission to actually disqualify the defendant, the witness, as incompetent. Doesn't know where he is.
What? Well, I was rammed into a wall and I got multiple concussions.
Huh?
After the amount of tasings that my client received, plus the shots, who knows what's able to go through his brain. Apparently several thousand volts have been going through that brain in the past, hour and a half. I would say that this is more of a medical injury due to him not being able to remember where it is, what the exact thing is going on. He's thinking in the future tense, Your Honor.
I will forgive it. Any other questions for your client?
Do you know, have you met Mr. Tarts before?
Yeah, a few times.
And have every time been cordial?
Yeah, sometimes they are. Sometimes he's really mean. Ever since he changed his face, he got fatter. He's been pretty mean to me.
What the fuck?
His face got fatter. And that's no objection there. That is within the scope of the case here. I think
You could work out a
sodium.
little more,
Can
Tarts.
we put that on the record, please?
On occasion.
That Tarts could work
As
out
indeed.
just a little bit more. Yes, that's fine.
You said sometimes. What are the times where he's not very nice?
Well, sometimes he lets me go into MRPD with a warrant for my arrest. Other times he...
Lets you?
Yeah, sometimes he lets me.
Same. Look the same.
But, never have I been tased this many times in such a short period of time. And I've never been shot at by the cops when I'm just doing a routine traffic stop.
Please keep yourself under control.
Sorry.
Any other questions, counsel?
Do you think let me ask you this, Mr. Rizz. With the rise and fall of Rizz coin, do you think the public's opinion of you is good or bad?
I think it's very, well, it depends on who you ask. LSPD, it's bad. All I do is get pulled over for running green lights and get tased repetitively for complying. And, as I simply comply with the LSPD like I always do because I am a businessman, at the end of the day, again, a loving father, father of 3 kids, a very happily married wife to a husband. What? Fuck.
It's okay. I got you.
Court recognizes Ricky as the wife.
No, that's not what I said. And, what was the question?
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think with...
I remember the question. Sorry, I remember the question.
Okay. Please continue.
The LSPD, they profile me, they threaten me, and they use me as a tool to get promoted. And why do you think Tarts has those stripes? You think Tarts would have those stripes if he was just doing regular ticketing all day? No. He only gets those stripes if he tased me precisely 17 times in a 14-second interaction. And if I don't get tased that many times in that single interaction, then he will get demoted. This has been known.
I'm sorry that you...
This is all outside the scope of everything.
Essentially just made a pincushion of the LSPD, and I'm sorry about that.
I do. Everyone's trying to stab me. In fact, I was threatened to be stabbed just before. And I think that they openly shot me because of the Rizz coin. They saw this as their ability to get one up on me and shoot me because they lost everything.
So in your previous experience with PD and with Mr. Tarts, do you think any of them have an agenda against you?
I do. I do. I always get threatened every time I walk around town by any of the cops. I get threatened.
Okay.
And what can I do?
I'm going to have to offer an objection. Again,
Tarts is like, I'm not hearing this anymore.
The LSPD versus Ricky South, not Ricky South versus the LSPD. We're going the wrong direction.
It's Foundation, Your Honor.
Your Honor, are we able to circle back and actually change the scope of the case to where it is, in fact, Ricky Rizz versus the LSPD? Because that seems to be the only thing that's important right now.
No, that is a different filing.
Can we file that now and just start now?
Well, no.
Need time to prepare.
But you can file it after this court case, and we can get it done this week for sure. Counsel, 2 more questions, please.
So when did you realize that the man in the back seat was no longer in the back seat?
Well, when we turtled the car. We turtled the car and I got tased out and I saw that there was only just me and somebody else in there. And I was like, wait a minute, what happened to the third guy? The guy that had the gun to the back of my head. I don't know what happened to him. He must have flown out. No seatbelt. In fact, we should check the morgue.
Last question, counsel.
What was going through your mind at the time after you turtled?
Well, my life flashed before my eyes because I thought I was going to bleed out and die. That was the last thing that went through my mind. I thought I'd never see my wife and kids again.
Truly sorry.
Or my cat named Chip. I also have 2 dogs. One, Your Honor, I don't know if you like dogs, but I have a Great Dane who is 175 pounds. And,
oh, wow.
And, you know, he needs help up the stairs. I have to help him up the stairs, which means I need to be able to walk, which means I need to not get tased 18 times. And then I also have a golden doodle who is a puppy who wants me to play with him and throw the frisbee, and I can't do that anymore either because I was shot in my right shoulder blade.
That's truly
noted.
Truly sorry.
Noted.
All right. Any cross?
No more questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel.
No.
Ricky, you may step down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point in time, Your Honor, the state would like to reintroduce Tommy's testimony and just have it back on fact and record.
It was never a strike.
Well, no, rather than have it be a grain of salt.
Ah.
Yes.
Objection, you can't just go back and forth with what you want, what you don't want.
That's court.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Really want.
I'll take it into consideration, no guarantees.
Okay.
Any other witnesses? Anybody?
Yes, Your Honor. The defense would like to call Captain Tarts to stand.
Tarts, you're up.
It's okay. Take your time.
Thanks. Thank you. I'm almost there. No,
I will wait for you. You got it. Just want to make sure my client gets to his seat safely, sir.
Make sure you're shouting, please.
Yes, sir. Captain Tarsh, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury?
On God, for real.
Sick.
I should have fallen. They already know though, Chad. They already know.
Just for the court record, Mr. Tarts, will you state your name, rank, and state ID for the court, please?
Absolutely. I am Captain Tobias Tarts, LSPD. My state ID is 167.
Outdoorsy, the next one we're gonna go hard though, chat. We're gonna go hard the next one.
Can you tell me, in your eyes, what
there's different sides of icon
start and the events that happened?
As stated very clearly in my opening introduction, myself and Sergeant Carter were on patrol.
No, we'll go harder, Steve Wilson. Trust me. No, we get turned this shit out.
Of interest for another investigation, Mr. Ricky Rizz was in front of MRPD. Very next thing we heard was that an officer was stabbed and that there was a pursuit with the vehicle that Mr. Rizz was in. We joined the pursuit there.
Did you hear shots fired on the radio? Did you hear shots fired on the radio?
And did you see the stabbing that happened?
I know, BK, they did.
Did you hear about it at all?
I heard about it, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. And so the chase ensued and the turtling happened around Bay City Ave, correct? As you testified, or as is the report says, correct?
Correct. After some time, it did.
Let me ask you, how many taser shots did my client take?
The initial one from Sergeant Carter, and then a few minutes passed. One from me, one from another officer.
Do you know what do you know what the tasers are rated at in terms of voltage?
50,000 volts.
50,000. So my client took 150,000 volts in a span of 2 minutes, would you say?
I would say somewhere between more like 3 to 5.
No. Cap. What's up, Lethal?
Oof. So I don't know about you. That is a lot of voltage. And according to testimony given by this court, you have history with the defendant. Is that correct?
I do. I have a long and storied history.
Could you give us some examples of this?
I was gonna do that, Brazy.
Sure. I've been in a number of conversations directly with him. We've had very good rapport over the last several months. I've been involved in investigations where he's been involved. I've been involved in apprehension of him, charges with him. All manners of walk in life between myself and Mr. South. I've also been involved in a police shooting involving him.
Okay, hold on.
No official records.
Why did he ask that? Why that question doesn't help us at all.
And the officer shooting that you just testified to,
Yep.
Was this shooting at you, or was this to another officer?
He shot another officer and then he fired at me and I shot him.
Bro, what does this have anything to do with?
That must have been very harrowing. I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that.
I don't like shooting my friends. I don't like shooting anybody.
I can only dream.
This is not doing anything.
So, with that being in mind, let's bring it back here a couple of months. What was your life prior to the economic collapse? Was it a good life?
I see what he's doing.
Still good now. I wouldn't say it's any different.
Did you lose your house? Did you lose any own vehicles during the economic collapse?
I had a couple of owned vehicles I lost.
Yeah, I see what he's doing.
What can be lost can be rebuilt.
You're right. You're absolutely right about that.
But it's not like we. The
Would
thing
you say
is that we ran
if
because
you
they were being
saw
shot at.
my client just wandering down the road, what would be your first thought?
Ask him if he's okay and if he needs a ride. It's no different than how I treat anybody I see wandering down the road. Make sure they're okay. See if they need a ride. In fact, there are probably people in this room that could testify to exactly that.
You would, like I said, you would go and pick them up, right? You try to be a nice guy, right?
Yeah. Civil service. That is my job.
Absolutely. And your job is a civil servant after all.
For the love of fuck, get to the foundation. Please finish your foundation.
Do you have any hatred towards my client?
Not
Thank
at all.
you.
No.
You wouldn't say you wouldn't hold any bias towards my client?
No.
You wouldn't
Would you like
hate
to push
him
that
for...
into actual motion? Apologies. Your client is texting me.
Oh. Awkward.
Put a pin in that. Counsel and Ricky Rizz to the fucking bench, please. You're dealing with Ava.
Let me see if I can get here, Your Honor.
Okay. All parties come in.
All right.
Okay, you don't need to come behind me.
Alcohol now.
Be in
Okay.
the front.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Everything that's being argued here needs to be a civil case.
You're so fucking
Okay.
cool.
This has everything you've brought up so far has had nothing to do with the charges that are being brought into court today.
What is
and I don't
this?
need the court's time being wasted like this.
Bailiff, what is this?
I would like to object because I was not made aware of what my charges necessarily were. They were held to a.
You pled not
Yes.
guilty at the
Justice
beginning.
Tinkerman
I
told
pled
you.
not guilty to the charges at the end of the case. I'd like to fire my attorney and represent myself for legal counsel right now.
No, what you're trying to argue in court right now, okay, needs to be brought into a civil case. You are wasting the court's time.
This is a civil case.
No, this is
it's not.
criminal.
It's not.
Just
Okay.
me charging you, man.
Okay, well then here we go then. Criminal case. We'll spin it back right now. We'll spin it back.
No, we've already wasted too much. I'm gonna be honest. We've been here for over an hour.
Okay, well, listen, it's not my fault my attorney wasn't, listen, he was trying to build something, but he wasn't landing the plane. All right, I'm gonna build and land my plane all within 30 seconds. Can we put Tarts back on the stand and can I represent myself legally?
You pulled it out. Honestly, a lot of respect for you.
I can't even see where this would go from here at this point.
Will the courts honor 5 minutes more of the time?
I give you 5 minutes to
Thank
get
you.
this shit in line.
Tarts, please take the stand. You're on, attorney, I'm sorry.
So is this, are you officially firing your attorney?
Yes.
The council has been dismissed.
Okay, let me just take this out.
Council, if you would like to join the prosecution, that'd be kind of funny. Just kidding. Don't do that.
Mr. Tarts, where were you this afternoon at approximately 6:15 p.m.?
6:15?
6:30, before the chase.
Oh, that would have been more like 5:30.
Okay.
For the chase, I was on patrol.
On patrol, okay. And on the radio, did you hear shots fired?
I heard on the radio the call to shoot at whoever had stabbed the officer. Yes.
Correct. And did whoever stabbed this officer, was that me?
Sorry.
Did I stab the officer?
I did not know. I was not there.
Okay, you don't know. So why would cops open fire at a suspect getting in to a car, putting a gun behind the driver's...
Okay, stop. Hold. 2 seconds. This is going to mistrial.
Cool.
You guys need to figure this shit out. This is not you, Ricky.
Is that good?
I'm not going to make a ruling right now. Mistrial. Figure out your shit. Come back to me in 2 days. No one knows what the fuck is happening anymore.
Okay, am I free to go?
That's the other issue, is that the charges as they were written were admitted to.
In accordance with fleeing for my life, correct. I pled not guilty. If it's a mistrial, then that means I walk out of here.
Not necessarily.
I'll step away for the judge.
I will, as the justice of the case, I will allow Ava to make a final judgment on this. This shit has been going in circles to nowhere for the last hour and a half.
Chat, it was my attorney. It was my attorney. There was no questions asked.
Give Ava and I 5 minutes to discuss. The court is in recess.
Well, that's wild.
I pled not guilty, and bro, it was the attorney, bro. It was the attorney. It was the attorney. He said, "Come out, let me stab you and run." The attorney never landed the plane. There was no points made whatsoever to the beginning of the case.
He sees the world in a very, very different plane.
I do. He's not wrong, Chad. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He is not wrong.
I didn't think it would go this direction. I thought literally when I gave him the charges I did, he would have been like, no, that's
Okay.
it. We're good.
Can the counsel, Krieg, was that your name? Can you please meet us in the judge chambers? Ricky, unfortunately, you're going to get charged with it. However, you do not have to plead guilty. You can appeal it. This is something that you can retake as a civil thing, but unfortunately, neither side has fucking done literally anything besides prove that you're pitching the wrong trial right now. You obviously want to sue the PD, right? You want that is 100% in your right to do so. You have not doing that right now. So I'm doing you a favor and mistrialing this. However, you are going to get charged for that, but you do not have to plead guilty. You can appeal it. If you win the case with the suing of the PD, everything will be dropped and removed from your record. Understood?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Perfect. Do that shit. Krieg to the fucking chambers.
This guy's getting disbarred.
You do understand, as a nut, you do go to prison for the full-time, full fine, and then you appeal it within 14 days.
Whoa. Tarts.
That is literally how not guilty works.
Hold on.
I'm not arguing anymore.
Are we not calling this time served?
No.
No, not after the time you wasted, Nia.
What do you mean I wasted?
You brought this to bench trial, brother.
Brother, no, this is my attorney being a dumbass. You cannot tell me you can't tell me he wasn't a dumbass. He's literally going in there and he's getting disbarred.
I'm confused as to why it went the way it went.
Why if it had to stay a criminal case, I don't know why he didn't make this known. I'm not the attorney here.
No, you're not.
I had to do all
Not
this.
at all.
This guy did ask no questions, bro. There was no plane landing. He was trying to say that you and I have a reputation, and I don't know what the fuck he was doing, honestly.
I know that irked me. I'm like, what? I'm friends with this man.
I'm upset because that was a waste of time. I knew I should. See, this is why you can't just hire any attorney. Tarts, this is why I tell you when you tell me a list of attorneys and I go through the checks and balances of who I'm saying yes to and no to. I was like, this guy, no way.
Good. He's been great every time I've handled him. And I wanted to make sure you had a lawyer who could be good.
I'm gonna start representing myself from here on out. I'm taking the bar right now. In fact, can you just not charge me? We'll call it a mistrial.
Well, I have to do the not guilty. You have to go to prison for the 30 months and $1,600.
How
you
much?
can appeal it in 14 days. 30 months, $1,600.
Hold on, Tarts. We're not doing any.
It's the lightest.
Tarts, we're not doing the lightest. I'm talking about 0-0. We'll call it a day. Tarts, $1,600.
If I don't give you anything you're right now, Ricky, that's unappealable. It'd be like literally.
Can you charge me $500?
No, can't. It has to be the whole thing. That's the downside to the not guilty. So the not guilty is you take everything, you know you're innocent, that you're going to appeal it and get it dealt with after the fact.
I mean, look at what I put on for this court case. My attorney didn't even point out that one time.
Yeah, no, and I didn't even use it against you. I was being nice and letting it
I know.
like ride.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. This attorney made me mad. I hope it gets disbarred. In fact, I would like to make a motion to disbar.
That's up to them. But all right, I'm gonna have to get you onto the bus. Get this handled so you can get back out quickly. I know. I hate it. This would have been done. You would have been out so long ago.
I could have been already killing you again.
You wouldn't kill me.
I could have been trying.
You wouldn't kill me anyway. Do you want to be sent from here or from downtown? Because it'd be faster here.
Yes, just send me right now. Just send me. Take the tether off, though. Take the tether off, though, because it's not going to work. You can't send me with the tether on.
No. DOT will take it off. Don't worry.
No. But you got to take it off so that way that they can send me.
No, because now you're going to run your little shit.
No, I'm not. I'm standing. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense for you to send me with a tether on me. You got to take the tether off in order to send me. It doesn't make sense. Sorry, you can't do it. You're gonna have to undo it.
Look, if you bolt for any door, Gibson there is going to tackle you. I'm Chuck, come over here and take the tether off while I get him sent.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stand right here. I'm
Stay
going.
right there.
I'm running,
Chuck.
Chet. I don't think she can hear
Alex,
you.
come here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right, go ahead and take the tether off. Gibson, if he runs for the door, get ready to tackle him. Go ahead and remove that tether over there, please.
He is injured.
I am injured.
Yeah, he can't run.
Exactly. See, I can't run.
Toby, he's injured. Don't tackle him.
Ricky, if you lose
He's
your
already
leg,
been to the
can I have
hospital,
it?
Josie, by the way.
Yeah, and he's clearly still hurt.
There he goes.
I'm just
Sounds
kidding.
like a medical thing.
I'm just
Look at
kidding.
him go in his flip flops.
Oh God, I fell. My injuries.
Overdose?
Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna comply. I'm gonna comply. I'm gonna comply. I'm complying. I'm
You're
complying.
getting tased. Please stop. You're getting tased.
I'm complying.
This is not complying, Ricky.
I'm gonna comply, you guys. I'm gonna comply.
Stop running.
Okay, you're right. Let's handcuff me.
Stop. Turn around.
Okay.
Turn around.
I'm turning around.
Hey, I swear to God.
Wait.
He's downstairs. He's downstairs. The guy that couldn't run.
Sir.
I can't run.
Please.
I can't run. I'm gonna comply now. I'm gonna comply now. Oh
I don't
God!
feel like you're
Oh my
complying,
God!
This with you today.
I'm complying, you guys.
You're not. Oh, that's okay. Ricky, I'm going to tase you. Taser.
Oh
Ricky,
God, that was a
you
good tackle.
motherfucker.
That was a good tackle. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna comply.
All right.
I couldn't really run.
So, Ricky, the judge has determined
What happened?
you're getting an contempt of court.
What? Shut up, bro. I was
Additional
not
30
running.
months.
Tards, I was not running. Tards, I was just testing my hamstring out, bro. There's no way.
1K fine
Took
and
us
30
all through
additional
the
months.
fucking
What?
courthouse, bro.
You guys,
Yeah.
People, they can sit on it and we can help them out.
come on, bro. Come on. It's a training exercise.
I can't overrule a judge.
Fuck, man.
March 8th, that's Saturday? A Saturday?
Yep.
Oh, can we check on our resisting arrest of that too?
Okay, Saturday.
No, I'm not going to keep
For
packing
being
things
the
onto
petty?
him.
This guy would do that. This guy would do that.
I definitely would.
I know you would.
definitely would.
I wouldn't do that to him.
No, but we are. You
I'd do it
wanna
for
know what we're
laughs.
gonna give him?
Oh my god, wait, contempt
We're
is
gonna give him a twirl.
is contempt still I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting dizzy.
What's his punishment? It was a twirl.
So does that mean can you let me down? Can you set me down? I don't like to be
You
grabbed.
gonna run?
No.
If you run, I swear to Christ.
What's up, Anita?
No, there's one coming up later this week. Yeah, there's two coming up later this week.
You ever thought about getting a hair transplant for the little bald spot on top?
I like that bald spot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Start running again? No, big shots. They're gonna start running. They're literally, they might shoot and kill me, chat. They might.
A lot of mosh pitting.
Oh, another mosh pit. Okay.
Except this is going to be excessive.
Like lots of.
It is small the tasty, bro.
Okay.
Okay. So what's going to happen
Oh,
here
it's not
Ricky,
about take time. I hate when they grab.
is I will send you up for the not guilty off of your additional charges. Contempt of court will go there for just 1 month, $1, but I will then do I'll let the warden know in addition to that that it'll be another 39 months and $999.
Yeah.
Sorry, 29 months. Oh, Ricky, if you just stayed here, you wouldn't have gotten extras.
People who usually love going to these things and helping out.
You ready to get loaded up, buddy?
Yep.
Okay, not guilty. Yourself.
Hopefully the chat we could sue him. Hopefully we could sue him and get like 50 grand. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, but Brazy, I need the 50. If I get the 50 grand, if we win that case, then I'm gonna spend. Listen, I'm going to the casino and we're doing $10,000 hands, and we're doing the strat.